Good evening, dear students. At another class on institutions facilitating international trade. And the today's topic will be Exim Bank, its role, objectives, and functions. Exim Bank of India represents a rare case of an institution where the concept and need for such an institution had been debated for a long period, more than 2 decades, before it was finally set up in 1982. The 2 decades prior to the establishment of Exim Bank witnessed significant changes in the industrial and the trade scenario. Indian exports during the 50s and the early 60s consisted of primary commodities and traditional manufactures like jute and cotton textiles. The dominant viewpoint was that, in India's case, expansion in domestic demand alone could realistically serve as the engine for economic growth. Since export expansion opportunities were limited and there were fundamental constraints to export growth, like inadequate infrastructure. The ideology relating to the manufacturing sector was to promote industrialization through import substitution. As a result, the export sector remained neglected with a small share in India's GDP. Nevertheless, the process of industrial development in India, promoted through the import substitution strategy, provided an impetus to the growth of a large and diversified industrial base, particularly the engineering industry. A number of emerging industrial subsectors also proved to be internationally competitive. The change in India's export profile commenced slowly in the 60s with a growing share of non traditional manufactured goods and value added products. Exim Bank of India represents a rare case of an institution where the concept and need for such an institution had been debated for a long period of time, more than 2 decades, before it was finally set up in 1982. During the 1978-79, the Ministry of Finance convened meetings to discuss the proposal regarding setting up of an Exim Bank. At these meetings, it was agreed that there was a justification for a separate institution on the ground that it would be able to devote concentrated attention to the needs of the exporters and explore new methods for augmenting credit on reasonable terms. It could also concern itself with investment finance required for export production. By 1980, engineering goods exports had grown to constitute 13% of Indian exports. Project exports were also buoyant. The growing demand of project exporters for an Exim Bank, vigorous support from the Ministry of Commerce, and increasing emphasis on export promotion combined to push the government into taking a final view. On June 18, 1980, in his budget speech in the parliament, the then finance minister Sri R. Venkatraman announced the momentous decision to establish an Exim Bank. Exim Bank was rightly called as Export Import Bank of India, was thus born after 2 decades of debate on the need for a specialized export credit agency for India and the role of international trade in India's economic development. The Export Import Bank of India was passed in September 1981 and the bank commenced its operations in March 1982. The operations of the bank are governed by a board of directors. The board of directors consists of a chairman, a managing director, two deputy managing directors, one director each nominated by the Reserve Bank of India, IDBI Bank Limited, and ECGC Limited, and not more than 12 directors nominated by the central government, of whom 5 directors are central government officials, not more than 3 directors are from commercial banks, and up to 4 directors are professionals with experience in export, import, or financing. Exim Bank's vision has evolved from a product centric approach with export credits and export capability creation to a more customer centric approach by offering a comprehensive range of products and services to empower businesses at all stages of a company's business cycle. Today, we develop commercially viable relationships with a target set of externally oriented companies through a comprehensive range of products and services aimed at enhancing their internationalization efforts. Going ahead, we aspire to utilize our leadership and expertise in export finance to make a lasting difference to Indian companies with global aspirations. The bank's mission is to facilitate globalization of Indian business. Exim Bank was set up in 1982 by an Act of Parliament and is fully owned by the Government of India. The bank is the principal financial institution for coordinating the working of institutions engaged in financing exports and imports. Indian Exim Bank has over the years played a catalytic role in facilitating India's integration with the global economy by promoting, financing, and facilitating India's international trade and investment. The bank's range of programs have helped Indian enterprises become competitive and to develop a global footprint. Assistance is given to export oriented companies by way of term loans for setting up production facilities, expansion, modernization, upgradation of existing facilities, and for acquisition of production equipment or technology. The bank also plays a key role in implementing Government of India's policies and strategies in developing and enhancing global partnership and lays special emphasis on extension of lines of credit to overseas entities, national governments, regional financial institutions, and commercial banks. The bank extends buyer's credit and supplier's credit to support India's exports and has a program called the Buyer's Credit under National Export Insurance Account to facilitate medium and long term exports from India. Exim Bank has recently introduced the Ubharte Sithare program to support Indian companies from various sectors which are successful domestically but not in the export markets. The bank will identify and support companies possessing differentiated product, process, or technology through a mix of structured support under USP. The bank provides research inputs to the Government of India and works with state governments developing strategies to augment exports. Several overseas government institutions have engaged the bank as a consultant for institution building and capacity development. Term loans are also extended by Exim Bank. The criteria is minimum 10% of the turnover should be by way of exports on FOB basis or rupees 5 crores of exports of FOB basis, whichever is less. Apart from that, project finance, production equipment finance program, import of technology and related services, domestic acquisitions of businesses, export product development, which focuses on research and development, long term working capital finance, import finance program for non exporting companies, were some of the way in which Exim Bank provides assistance to the exporters. Apart from that, working capital finance is also extended by the Exim Bank. Pre-shipment credit, post-shipment credit, buyer's credit, supplier's credit, bills discounting, refinancing, export receivables financing, warehousing finance, export lines of credit were some of the financial assistance extended by the Exim Bank. Exim Bank also supports rural enterprises in their quest to reach international markets through financial and technical interventions. At all stages of export business, import of technology, export product development, export production, pre shipment, post shipment, investment abroad were some of the assistance extended by the Exim Bank. As already discussed, Exim owned lines of credit to economically strong and developing countries and regional development banks. At behest of Government of India, concessional lines of credit to developing countries in Asia, Africa, Latin America with a long-term perspective. While Exim Bank raises the resources and funds disbursement, Government of India guarantee and provide interest equalization support under the India Development Initiative. Exim Bank partners with micro, small, and medium enterprises in their globalization efforts through a wide range of products and services customized to their specific needs, with the objective of enhancing exports from India and integrating the country's foreign trade and investment with its socio-economic growth. These were some of the countries which availed lines of credit from Exim Bank of India: Africa, South and Southeast Asia, West Asia, Commonwealth independent states, Oceania, Europe, Latin American countries. These were the countries which availed assistance from the Exim Bank of India. Exports of projects and services, which are broadly categorized into three: civil engineering, construction projects, turnkey projects, and consultancy services. Over the past 2 decades, increasing number of contracts were secured by Indian companies in West Asia, North Africa, Sub-Saharan Africa, South and Southeast Asia, Commonwealth of Independent States, and Latin America. And such projects have implemented the efforts of the host country governments in achieving their developmental objectives. Exim Bank also provides assistance to SMEs. Export marketing support are given for finding international market for products of rural industries produced by self-help groups or non-governmental organizations in different states. A network of overseas offices also play a proactive role of the Exim Bank. Exim Bank seeks to help the Indian SME sector to establish their products overseas and enter new markets through Exim's overseas offices and MOU partner network. Exim Bank initiated a Cluster of Excellence program to assist small and medium sized companies in achieving international quality standards. The program aimed to assist small and medium enterprises to achieve international quality certification, enhance their capability and acceptance in overseas markets, facilitate knowledge sharing with other companies in the cluster, enable companies to access international consultancy at low cost due to cluster approach. Nearly 100 companies were assisted in a range of sectors including engineering goods. The bank has put in a place an agribusiness group, which the group looks for viable projects and export transactions in the agriculture sector, The bank has also set up an agro portal in house, which is an IT initiative to promote knowledge based agriculture enterprise. The bank brings out a bi monthly newsletter, Agri Export Advantage, to facilitate information dissemination in 10 regional languages. And it has assisted a number of small and medium exporters in the agro sector, covering the various following products: honey, mango pulp, mushrooms, gherkins, fresh and processed fruits, and vegetables. Research studies on products, sectors, countries, macroeconomic issues relevant to international trade and investment were also undertaken by the Exim Bank. Sectoral studies assessing the export potential, bilateral trade and investment studies, international trade related studies were also undertaken by the Exim Bank. Contribution to public policy formulation through inputs on WTO aspects, impact of exchange rates on exports, transactions cost, etc., were some of the initiatives taken by the Exim Bank. The bank has an export facilitation portal, Exim Mitra, literally meaning a friend of exporters and importers. The portal serves as a single point destination for relevant information which could help fulfill the aspirations of small exporters. Exim Mitra offers a diverse range of information, advisory, and support services which reach out to potential as well as an existing custom exporters to enable them to evaluate international risks, exploit export opportunities, and enhance competitiveness. Exim Mitra facilitates access to credit and insurance for exporters and importers and has devised an online format to facilitate prospective exporters and importers to explore funding opportunities on the basis of their eligibility and unique requirements. Exim Mitra leverages the expertise and reach of the bank's institutional partners overseas to help increase enterprise and sector competitiveness and promote capacity building through trade intelligence, market analysis, and research. It seeks to help Indian SME sector to establish their products overseas and enter new markets through Exim's overseas offices and institutional partner network. It helps Indian SMEs in their export efforts by proactively assisting in locating the overseas buyers for their products or services. The program, called Global Trade Finance Program, envisages confirmation of letter of credit, demand guarantee, promissory notes or bill of exchange denominated in dollars, euro, yen, or any other free available convertible currency received by Indian exporters from pre approved banks in the countries of IFC's operation. It will provide guarantee facility to Exim Bank to cover such LC confirmation and confirmation of other trade instruments. The program currently covers 74 countries of IFC's operation, and Exim Bank may confirm the LC and other trade instruments issued by pre-approved banks for supporting India's exports to these countries. Exim Bank's GRID program endeavors supporting social enterprises, MSMEs, NGOs, trusts, societies, and cooperatives in their globalization efforts. The program seeks to address the livelihood needs of the underprivileged sections of the society while creating new market business opportunities for enterprises working with traditional artisans, rural entrepreneurs of the country. Exim Bank has linkages with multilateral agencies, trade and investment promotion agencies, as well as export credit agencies. The bank leverages its international standing, in depth knowledge, and understanding of international markets, and well established institutional linkages, coupled with its physical presence across the globe, to support Indian companies in their overseas marketing initiatives on a success fee basis. The success fee under MAS is payable to the bank in Indian rupees and applies to subsequent orders from the clients introduced by the bank for a period of at least 3 years. To promote India's trade and economic relations with developing countries, the Government of India launched the IDEAS, the Indian Development and Economic Assistance Scheme, with the objective of sharing India's development experience through capacity building and skill transfer, trade and infrastructure development by extending concessional lines of credits routed through Exim Bank to developing partner countries towards creating socio-economic benefits in the partner country. Thank you.